In order to view this instructional video and also have chalk and wire open so you can mirror the instructional actions in your own portfolio, you need to have two windows open side by side. In Windows, open the video, then open your chalk and wire application in your browser. Right-click the taskbar and choose Show Windows Side by Side. On a Mac, size each window with the arrows you find by hovering over the bottom corner of the window. Move them side by side. Welcome to your ePortfolio software, Chalk and Wire. In this video lesson, you will learn how to log into Chalk and Wire for the first time, how to create a portfolio and import your program-specific table of contents. We will review a table of contents, or TOC, the file library, and image gallery. You will learn how to upload and download a file or template to and from your file library, and then attach that file to one of your tasks in your table of contents. You have been given a Chalk and Wire ID and a temporary password. Your Chalk and Wire ID should match your MyDamon ID. If you have access to Blackboard, log into MyDamon. Select Blackboard from the left-hand side of the screen. Once in Blackboard, select Chalk and Wire listed under the Tools menu. Be patient. It takes a minute or two to log into Chalk and Wire from Blackboard. Because we have integrated Blackboard and Chalk and Wire, logging into MyDamon also logs you into Chalk and Wire. This is known as a single sign-in. However, it is a best practice to create a new password for Chalk and Wire as well. There may be a time or place where Blackboard is not available to you, or your program has not allowed you access to Blackboard. If you do not have access to Blackboard, open your web browser, type in chalkandwire, no spaces.com. Choose Customer Login from the upper left-hand corner. Type in Damon College. Choose Find. You are now on the Damon College's Chalk and Wire login site. Bookmark this site for easy access. Type in your ID and temporary password. Choose Enter. Put a checkmark in the I agree box and choose Continue. Type in your new password. Then type it in again for verification. Choose Submit. You are now logged into Chalk and Wire for the first time. Stop for a moment and file the ID and password where you can easily retrieve it if forgotten. The first screen you will see is the What's New in Chalk and Wire page. You can review this page at your leisure at another time. For now, we will move to your Chalk and Wire homepage by clicking on the Onwards to My Homepage button in the upper right-hand corner. In the upper left-hand corner of the screen, there is a link to a user guide. and also a link to see what's new in Chalk and Wire. You can review the user guide and what's new in Chalk and Wire at your leisure at another time. Our first task in Chalk and Wire will be to create your student teaching portfolio and import the program-specific TOC or table of contents. Bring your attention to the top of the Chalk and Wire application screen and choose Work, then choose My Portfolios. From the upper right-hand side of the screen, you can choose Create New Portfolio, or if you have not created a portfolio yet, and this is your first time in Chalk and Wire, there is a button here on the left-hand side of the screen to choose Create New Portfolio. You can also make this your home page within Chalk and Wire. Type in the name of your portfolio. A best practice is to use your name for the name of the portfolio. For the student teaching portfolio you will be creating, add student teaching after your name as well. Use the drop-down list to search for your program-specific student teaching table of contents. For this example, I will create a portfolio and import the table of contents for early childhood student teaching. Double check when you highlight your TOC that you choose the student teaching TOC for your program option. Choose Create. Please note, Chalk and Wire does not allow you to delete a portfolio. If you create a portfolio that you do not wish to see listed in My Portfolios, you can hide that portfolio. On your My Portfolios page, bring your attention to the right-hand side of the screen. For each portfolio that you have created, there are 4 icons. From left to right, Download, Download as PDF, Hide, and Copy Portfolio. Choose Hide. The portfolio that you chose to hide will no longer be visible on your My Portfolios page. Now that you have created your first portfolio, let's take a tour of it. From your My Portfolios page, click on the portfolio that you just created. Scroll up to the top of your portfolio page. In the upper left-hand corner, choose Editing Your Profile. This is a helpful guide if you have any questions regarding your portfolio. Bring your attention further down this page, your portfolio page, to the link Registering with Pearson. When you are ready to register with Pearson, click on this link. Remember, the fee for submission and assessment of your portfolio is $300. From the day of registration, you have 18 months to submit your work to Pearson. After you have registered, you will receive an authorization key. When you are ready to submit, type in the authorization key in the box under My Pearson Authorization Key and click on the Transfer to Pearson button on the upper right-hand side of the screen. Scroll down so you can view your complete table of contents. This screen is divided into 3 sections. The first section at the far left holds the icons that will give you choices regarding your talk. The middle section is your table of contents, listing an overview and your tasks. The right section holds the instructions and the resources for each portion of your table of contents. Let's look at the first section on the left-hand side of your screen. There are 4 icons. The first icon will bring you back to your talk from wherever you are in your portfolio. The second will list your linkages. We'll discuss this at a later date. The third will allow you to edit your portfolio. And the fourth allows sharing of your portfolio. Let's work with the share feature. If you click on the icon and then on the plus sign next to share this page, you can share your portfolio or sections of it. Sharing is helpful when you want other people to review your work, including peers and instructors. Click to check Allow Commenting if you would like to allow peers, instructors to comment on your work. Now click on the Generate Share URL button. This will create a URL or web address for your portfolio page. You can now choose who you want to share it with and how. For this example, we will choose Send Email. Your email will open and you can send the link to whomever you wish to share your portfolio page with. To go back to your talk, click on the Table of Contents icon. Move your attention over to the right of the icon and let's review your table of contents. Click on Overview at the top of your talk. Move your attention to the third section, the far right section of your talk screen. Take the time to read the overview of your table of contents. Now use the arrow next to the Instruction and Resources button to view tips and troubleshooting for your task work. After you have read through your overview screen, bring your attention back to your table of contents and click on Task 1, Part A. Now move your attention to the third or far right section of your portfolio screen. Click on Instructions and Resources. Here there's a link to your EdTPA handbook, which you can download to your PC or Mac. You already have a hard copy of the handbook, but if you download this to your PC or Mac, you will always have access to an electronic copy of it. Below the link to the handbook are your instructions that will guide you to complete the task, including file specifications. If there is a template that you need to fill out to complete the task, the link will be at the bottom of the Instructions and Resources page. Click on it to download and save to your PC or Mac. In this Instructions and Resource screen, we have uploaded an academic language presentation by Dr. Mark Brown and a presentation on the ALST by Dr. Mark Brown as well. For each of your tasks, there will be specific instructions. As an example, let's review Task 1, Part C. It lists supported file types, number of files, response length, and additional information. For this task, I know that I have to be working in Word, Doc or Docs, or OpenOffice or StarOffice.odt, or Adobe.pdf. I can only submit one file. I cannot submit more than 5 pages of key instructional materials per lesson plan. If I try to submit any other type of file or more than one file, I will receive an error message that lists what is not correct with my submission. It's a nice feature in Chalk and Wire. Be aware of the requirements of each task. Let's look at Task 2, Part A, video clips. Choose Instructions and Resources. Scroll down to the bottom of that page. Here we have posted multiple documents and videos to help you record your lesson during student teaching. Then edit it, and finally compress it for upload to Chalk and Wire. Review all docs and videos before attempting to video record your lesson. We will now look at Task 3, Part A, Student Literacy Work Samples. You will need to scan your student work or artifacts and create a PDF file for this task. We have worked with an app called PaperAct to help you complete this task. There is a guide to PaperAct on the bottom of the page. PaperAct allows you to scan multiple artifacts and staple them together into one file. Remember, your program option table of contents may be different from the one that we have just reviewed. Now that you have an overview of a table of contents and you have taken the time to review your own program option table of contents, let's learn how to upload one of your completed tasks into Chalk and Wire. A best practice is to upload your files into your file library. Your file library is where all of your uploaded work will be stored within Chalk and Wire. To view your file library, choose Work, File Library. First, let's create a couple of folders that will help you manage and organize your work. Click on the Add button. A new folder is added. Begin typing the name of your new folder. For this example, I will create an Artifacts folder. Press Enter after you have typed the folder name. Practice by adding 2 more folders, one for your videos and one for your lesson plans. Now we have the beginning of an organized file library. You can always rename or remove the folders by highlighting the folder and choosing either the Rename or Remove button. You can create a folder under a folder to further manage your work. As an example, I will create a Student Teaching Placement 1 and a Student Teaching Placement 2 folder under the Artifacts folder. Play a little with adding, renaming, and removing folders. A note: you cannot share your file library. The only person that has access to it is you. Now that we have our file library organized, let's add a Word document to one of our folders. Highlight the Student Teaching Placement One folder. Choose Upload Files from the right-hand corner of the screen. Choose Add File. Type in a name for your file within Chalk and Wire. You can type in a keyword if you would like. This keyword is used for easier search and retrieval of a file. If you type in a keyword of document for all of your Word document files, each time you want to search for any Word document files you have uploaded, you would just type in the keyword document in the search field. This is a very wide search and will eventually bring up many files for you to look through. If you would like to narrow that search, type in a keyword such as Student 1 when you are uploading work that is related to Student 1. Let's complete the upload process by choosing Upload File, finding the file, and clicking on Choose or Open, depending on your operating system. Chalk and Wire uploads the file into your file library. Under Activity, it will tell you that the file was created. Choose Save. If you have another file to upload, choose Add Another File or choose Close. You can now see there is one file underneath your Student Teaching Placement 1 folder. And if you click on the folder, you will see the file on the right-hand side. Highlight the newly uploaded file and move your attention to the right. There are 4 icons. You can choose to view the file, download the file, edit the file, or delete the file. You can also organize or reorganize the file by choosing Move Selected to Folder. Choose the file and choose Move. Now choose the folder that you'd like to move it to and transfer. Your file is now under Student Teaching Placement 2 folder. We will now look at the image gallery. Choose Work, Image Gallery. Chalk and Wire has compiled a list of images for you to use while creating your task work. Browse through the gallery. Highlight one of the images and use the plus sign in a circle button to add this image to your My Images tab above the pictures. If you want to download the image from your My Images tab to your desktop or another folder on your PC or Mac, you can click and drag it to your desktop or folder, or right-click in Windows, or Control-click on your Mac, the picture, and save image as. You could also add a personal image from your picture collection. Click on the Add Personal Image button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Name the file within Chalk and Wire. Find the file. Allow the file to upload into Chalk and Wire. Click on Save, and then click on Close. Add another file if you need to add more pictures. These pictures will now be in your My Images folder. Now that you have completed one of your task requirements and uploaded that completed document to your file library, we will learn how to attach it to your task page within your table of contents. Return to your portfolio page. Choose your portfolio. And now choose Task 1, Part B, or whichever task on your table of contents is your lesson plans for learning segment. Open Instructions and Resources. You have already reviewed this section prior to completing your task, so you knew that this task required one file and that a Word doc was one of the supported files. Choose Add File. Highlight your Lesson Plans folder. The middle pane will display all of the files you have uploaded and placed into this folder. From the middle pane, left-click and drag the file you would like to insert into your portfolio page over to the Paragraph Files pane. Or, highlight the file and choose Add Selected from the top right of the middle pane. Once the file is showing in the Paragraph Files section of this window, choose Done. You will now see the link to your file. Chalk and Wire places it on the top portion of your task pane. If you would like to delete, move, or add a comment regarding this file, hover your mouse button over the file and choose one of the options presented to the left. As an example, I will add a comment directed at one of my peers that I allowed to share and review my work. Choose Save Comment. And now the comment is displayed on the bottom portion of your task pane. I will delete the file now because I have decided to add more information to it before one of my peers assesses it. I hope this video has made you a little more confident about your ability to use Chalk and Wire. There will be more Chalk and Wire instructional videos to follow.